Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Don't get nervous.
Throwing. Prescott. The man is Ross, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. All right, 21. Check my 21. Check the tight. Check the tight. Here we go. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. All right. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. Here we go. All right. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming. I'm coming. 26.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They run. Robinson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And finding the tight end Wilson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he completes it to Cohen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his load.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Well, they'll run it on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bears have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Off the play fake, Prescott going deep downfield. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gilbert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago.
16 yards.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Hopkins' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on first down. Fields. It's caught. It's Miller. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here we go. Let's bring it. Listen. Let's bring it.
From the gun, Fields. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
First down, Bears.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Operating from the gun, Fields. That is caught by Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On the double. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready. Touch the elbow. Mike 54. You ain't going nowhere.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Ready? 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking to throw. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Push him back.
On play action, Prescott being chased out left. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Prescott on the keeper. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Mike 58 right there. Here we go. Here we go. 26.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Pass on target. Prescott to Cooper. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
3rd down and 6.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Cooper was the target there. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Right there. 54. Me and you all day. All day. Coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, Fields. He completes this into the hands of Miller. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
3 and out.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bears, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,